Hi, this is Walter Lewis with workwithwalterlewis.com, and I'm here today to tell you about how to choose an MLM and 7 key questions you should ask before making the plunge. Okay, so number 1, you want to ask how experienced is the executive team of the company that you're considering. And this is very important because the executive company, if they are not sufficiently experienced and knowledgeable about how to actually run an MLM business, may make some very crucial mistakes which may make the company undesirable for either you or your downline to continue to be in it, okay? Or else they may find ways to make the company not survive on a financial basis, cash flow or something like that, getting themselves into FCC trouble, who knows what it is. Number 2 is how well capitalized is the company. This is very important, of course, because if the company is not well capitalized, it will not last very long. It may go bankrupt. That's pretty obvious, but something that you may not have thought of. Okay, so number 3 is how competitively priced are the products of the company. And the company, the products, if you compare them from, let's say, similar companies, you may not be comparing just to other MLMs, but also products you can find in the general retail market, for instance, online or at general local retail stores a person may go to. My one thought on this is, let's say, nutritional companies, because it's actually a huge market, and there are so many nutritional products out there. It's extremely competitive. It is a large market, but if someone gets in your company and then comes along something and says, I can get this for a cheaper price at the store. Why am I buying it from you guys? And so they're thinking of how much they have to pay for an auto ship, and so they, just for that one reason, they may end up dropping out if they're not like truly committed to the business. You want someone who's truly committed in the first place, but you don't want to give them another reason to not continue with the company. So, and this leads into the 4th thing is how unique are the company's products. And if the company's products are not unique, it's a very similar kind of argument that as far as pricing is that someone can go and find something somewhere else and that's very similar. Let's say the shake you're getting, it doesn't have someone goes to a retail store and just notices, hey, well, this doesn't have exactly the same things in it, but the one at my company doesn't have the same things this has in it, and it's also really good. Why don't I have this? Because it's cheaper, So, uniqueness is important, okay? And number 5 would be, let me see, what's number 5? Training. Yeah, training is a key thing here, because there's some companies will offer, a lot of companies will just tell you to go out and go after your warm market, and that's the traditional. You talk to all the people that you can go after, you make a big list, you talk to people from your business associates, friends, family, neighbors, whoever it may be, and that may be fine, but the thing is, eventually what to be your warm market originally is going to run out. And if you want to build a really big business, well, you're going to have to go beyond that. And how do you do that? How do you make friends with new people? How do you connect with new people? What's the appropriate way to talk to people so you don't turn them off? So you can actually make them interested in what you're talking about. And there's some very specific ways to do that, which I can tell you in another video. Another thing about training is that, as I said, some companies may very much depend on the traditional model, and for some of them that may mean just doing the traditional offline method, which is, they don't even want you to be doing online marketing, and someone will actually place restrictions saying you cannot market our product on your website if you have a website. There are ways to get around that, but it's better if you can talk about it on your website, because it's what you're doing. It's something you want to talk about. I think I'm on number 6 here. you want to have a company that does not have restrictions on your marketing, and that I think I just covered that, but it was just kind of led into it. But you don't have restrictions because, as I said, you will not be able to do marketing on your own website. Number 7 is the compensation plan, and you of course want to be able to have a company that has a really good compensation plan. One of the things that I've been wary of at companies with compensation plan is that because I've actually signed up for companies that I'm not actually working for, but I just bought them at some point I had bought their products, and then they offered me to go into the opportunity, so I've been getting emails from them whether I want to do their company or not, and I don't actually want to do it because one thing about the compensation plan is that they have some, to me, seem fairly onerous restrictions on what you need to do to be able to get paid at all. In other words, you have to have a certain amount of product you sell every single month to be able to get paid at all, even if you have a big downline. Let's say you already have a big downline, but you personally don't sell a lot of products one particular month. Let's say you want to go on vacation. Well, you suddenly don't get paid, even though you have a big downline. Well, how fair is that? If the company is getting paid, they're still getting paid, but you're not. Is that fair? It's not much incentive to be working with a company like that. So you have to think about things like that. Also, something that you should look for in a compensation plan is how much do you actually get paid at the end of it all? And this is something that people don't really talk about in compensation plans much. Most of the time people talk about all their, whether it's a binary or you get bonus points or all this. There's so many different compensation plans out there. It's going to be very confusing, and it's going to take a mathematical genius to go and try to figure out every single one of them. All right, there's a much simpler way to do that, and what you do is you simply, when let's say someone's trying to recruit you, okay, what you ask him is not necessarily about himself, maybe he's newer in the business, but ask him about people who are, let's say, in his upline, people are the leaders of the company, and ask them this question: how much are the leaders making relative to the number of distributors they have under them? How many representatives under them? And how much money are they making for that? And it's like a simple division equation, okay? It's like just such a simple way to compare compensation plans. You don't even have to care about what is in the compensation plan when you ask that question, okay? And so you can ask this of anybody, and so a lot of them won't have an answer, actually. Because they don't think of that way. I've never heard of someone, except someone else in my own company, who brought that up. And that's why I thought of it, and I thought of actually presenting it to you as a specific point. So take a look at that. And that's all the 7 points I have for you today. If you want to find out more about not just how to choose a company, but how to actually run your business, how to get training, how to get actually some of the best training in the business, go to my page at MLMconquest.com. Right down here, you can see it at the bottom of the page here, and go there and take a look, and you will get lots of help. Okay, and have a great day.